If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Means That, podcast where we watch terrible movies so you don't have to. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
And we're back with part 2 of Hungerford. Really hoping this the hungriest of Fords. Really hoping the second half goes a little faster than the first. Jared, where did
you're welcome, listeners.
So Jared, where did we leave off from last episode?
Yeah, last we left, we dropped a body in a dumpster, like you do.
As one does during a pandemic. Not a pandemic.
In your own dumpster.
Jesus.
Well, not.
It's
2021 now. We can say that.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm half vaccinated. We made it to the other side.
We're so close. We're so close.
Yeah, we dropped the body in our own dumpster.
Own dumpster, because we think that's a good idea. Probably need another year at uni. But
yeah, at least. And then had a little snoozle. Sweet dreams for these guys.
Because, yeah, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired from dealing with aliens and creatures and bugs and, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, shocker, Cohen didn't sleep well.
Our hero.
Apparently up all night long.
All night.
Thinking about this corpse that they just put in the dumpster, because that's reasonable.
Yeah. No.
And he pops up to the bedroom here to wake Adam up and talk to him about the corpse, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we get him starting to theorize about what's going on. At this point,
tons of theories.
They've admitted there's an apocalypse happening. Finally. Halfway through the movie, they're like, wait, guys, I think something is wrong. Like, you stabbed that guy and it didn't seem to do anything, but then you sprayed him with the deodorant, it killed him. Actual quote from the movie.
Yeah, let's just hold on that one for a second there.
Oh, okay. And then you get Adam's response, I don't want to talk about it.
Which is completely reasonable. I mean,
is it though? Like the apocalypse is happening and they're just like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't talk about this right now.
Well, I think we know the apocalypse is happening, but they don't. Maybe they haven't figured it out yet.
Yes.
I mean, clearly they haven't figured it out because they're, they need more unis. So
we're going to play with the body now.
And I also, hold on before that. I also love that Adam's like, he's like freaking. He's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. He's also like, man, we killed this guy. And I was like, did we Adam kill, or pretty sure. Let's go back to the footage. Pretty sure.
I think you melted that guy's face.
Pretty sure you stabbed him and then you melted his face with deodorant. So let's go easy with the we here, okay? We're not a team yet.
Yeah.
So Cohen's got his theories, and he wants to go take a look at the body again in the dumpster because it's still there. Obviously, trash pickup isn't for like another day or two.
Yeah, they're just leaving a body in their own dumpster for. Trash pickup's not happening. It's a apocalypse at this point.
Like, who's picking up trash? No one.
Yeah, I guess they don't know that, but
they're idiots.
So their first thought when they get to the trash body, which they did not hide well, like they pick over like a little piece of trash and like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, no, it's very clearly, it's not like there's only two things that are wrapped like that. It's dead bodies and rugs. And rugs, by the way, are usually just kind of narrow and thin, and this just looks like a dead body.
Yeah, right where we put him.
Right where we left him. Thank God.
Yeah. Ew, look at that. He goes, look at that fucking wound. He's like, so it's a cut. Is Adam's in full denial at this point? He keeps saying, over and over again, oh, it's a cut. It's a cut. It's all your imagination. Like, Cohen's like,
I want to point to the jury here, to the courtroom, Exhibit A, this hole that is coming out of the back of the guy's neck.
Look at this guy's neck hole.
Yeah. Do you want to see the video footage that I'm taking right now of it?
Yeah. Like I could put, I don't know, like a rolling pin in this guy's neck hole. It's a big ass hole in his neck.
Massive neck hole. You don't want that neck hole. You have that neck hole, you've got problems going on.
You're mangled. You can put a beer can in that neck hole.
It could be a beer holder.
It's a coaster.
It's a total coaster.
Yeah. I'm going to use this corpse as a coaster because no one will discover
it. So they've got this kind of thing going on here. Cohen obviously pointing out the obvious, Adam trying to deny the obvious. And then they kind of like, because we're doing a found footage, obviously it does like a quick like cut out and like cut, right? Yeah. And then it's them in like the alley, and Cohen is trying to convince Adam to spray a random person in the face with deodorant.
Which now you just saw what happened. This guy's face melted off and he died.
Yes.
And you don't know, like you're hypothesizing that like something is afoot here, but your first instinct is, oh, we should spray another person and see if their face also melts.
I mean, you got to test. What? You got to test the waters, I guess, right? I mean, I don't know.
I guess.
So they're hanging out in the alley, and then just so happens we got a perfect suspect coming down the alley.
Yeah, which my first thought was, oh, this guy's a zombie for sure, and then he wasn't.
I thought so too. He had like blood all over his shirt, and I was like, "Yep, he's a bad one."
He's just a regular guy.
So Adam goes like trying to spray him in the face, and the guy just like pushes him down and just bolts. And it's like that.
And they chase him.
Yes, and they chase him, and it's like, okay, I guess that's a sign that he's a zombie thing, body snatcher thing. Like,
is it?
How about it's just a guy who's pissed that you just sprayed something in his face and is running away from you because you're attacking him.
Yes. Yeah, the stranger you just attacked in the street. Shocker, he's going to run away from you.
He's going to run away from you. So he runs, they chase him, and this is a chase.
Yeah.
They're in a town, and then they're in the countryside.
Yeah, I think it's probably that same park again, maybe. I don't know.
Probably, but they're like way out there. All of a sudden they're in a field, and they're just chasing this guy. I was like, how far is this running? Where are we going? Mm-hmm. And where do we end up? The old factory. The old factory.
Yeah.
Because
the old factory / town hall.
Is that
I don't know, because they said earlier it was a town hall, but it's definitely a factory.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, they said at the very beginning of the movie, they commented twice about how lightning struck the old factory. So,
they said I thought it was lightning struck the old town hall.
Oh,
because then they were like, "Oh, the town hall just got struck by lightning. Let's have a party."
I don't know. As long as everyone donates to have the clock tower fixed, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Yes. We can't possibly get to 88 miles per hour without that.
We definitely can't.
Without your donations. So
without your donations. Donate to fix the clock tower. So they get to the old factory. I'm going with the old factory. I'm pretty sure this is the factory.
Yep.
Whatever. It doesn't
really... We get a smackhead gathering? Come on, be better.
What? Is that what he says? I missed that.
That's what Adam says. Adam's like, oh, it looks like a smackhead gathering. Like,
well, he should know. He's dishing out drugs to women who fucking spit blood out of their mouths. So
exactly. Fentanyl plus over here.
Just saying. So he's like, I'm going to go in, right? Doesn't he go? He sneaks into the factory.
Right.
This would be I was going to say wrong thing. He sneaks in. He's like, come on. And then Cohen's just sitting there. And then all the zombie monster things that were in this just spot Cohen and go after him.
Obviously, they're going to eat him. Yeah.
Clearly. So they just chase him. And then there's like this, he's running away back where he came from. And he's got this really annoying camera thing angle going on where he's like running and holding the camera up so you can see him running behind him. Like this weird, stupid effect is going on. It's just all very annoying. I don't like it one bit.
And then it's like, all of a sudden we're back at home.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Like, how did you just escape that horrible situation?
Like they stopped. They're like, man, he can run. Let's just go. Let's go back.
My alien lungs are tired. Let's take a little break.
I'm done.
Yeah, we'll find the next one.
So they get back to the flat there, and
not they.
Cohen gets back. Sorry, Cohen gets back to the flat, and it's Cohen, Phil, and Kip, right?
I'm alarmed because I'm like, wait a second, did he just leave Adam behind?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. He's a dick. He's an MMA dick. Yes, you are a dick. We can tell you that.
They were buds, and an attack happened, and he just ran away without not even Adam wasn't far behind him. Like he was maybe like 5 feet away from him, and he just booked it, never looking back.
Other than to hold his camera up to get footage.
Yeah. Wild. And then his excuse was, he ran off. Like when Phil was asking about it, like, where'd my brother go? Oh, he ran off somewhere. Yeah, you abandoned him.
Yeah, you lying sack of shit. Like,
I don't get it.
So then Adam just shows up. He returns and he attacks Cohen out of nowhere.
Inexplicably, yeah.
Inexplicably just shows up. He attacks Cohen. Cohen sprays him with some deodorant.
Yep. Instead of melting his face.
A little Axe body spray. Yeah, instead of melting his face, which we've already been established is what happens, a little creature thing just pops out of Adam's probably neck hole, right?
Yep. And this is the first time we see it, right?
Yeah. This is it. Yeah, this is the first time, and it's like this little, I don't know, looks like just a giant cockroach, and just scurries across the floor, and Cohen goes after and he stabs it.
Yeah. The brother's just like, oh, what the fuck was that? Like, and then like she doesn't say anything about her presumably dead brother who's like on the floor. Like Phil is not reacting like a human being.
No.
She might be an alien already. I don't know.
Probably should be like pure terror. And then all of a sudden we cut to Team Brit. That's the whole crew inspecting the bug, and Adam is completely fine.
Yeah. And this is when we get from the trailer also, from now on, we film everything. Like, you've been filming everything so far. You filmed a murder that you committed earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, guys, from this point on, now we're going to film everything. It's not part of the class. Now, before it was part of the class, now is just, we're filming everything. Now it's just funsies.
But we do get a little insight into the creatures, right? Because Adam spills the beans there about how he's
how is he alive?
Yeah, right. And he's like, yeah, it spoke to me and told me I should kill Cohen.
Oh, so it doesn't actually control you; it just suggests things to you, and you can decide whether or not you do them.
Yeah, like what? And then we get Kip, who's there. He's not really all that helpful right now. We're like, hey, Kip. And he's like, yeah, there's no news. And there's no news that this is a thing. Okay, here's Bob with the weather. Thanks, Kip.
It's like, guys, I Googled it, not seeing any results. So maybe you should check Twitter tomorrow, but
we'll see what's trending, but this is not it.
Yeah, he's like, guys, I think everything's cool. We shouldn't be worried about this.
So now the next couple of bits of dialogue and interactions is again mind-boggling, baffling, makes no sense whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So they were trying to decide what they're going to do, right? And it's for them now in the room. And Phil is immediately like, I think has the right idea. Let's leave town and then tell someone. I'm like, yeah, I'm on board with that plan. Sounds like a good plan.
Great idea.
Meanwhile, Cohen is like, I need to go after Janine.
Yeah. I don't care what you do, but I got to save Janine. Wait, why? She just called you a dick, like a dig. You peed in front of her dad. It was a whole weird thing.
Yeah. And she told you not to call her and leave her alone. Like that shit is over. That ship has sailed, my friend.
Yeah.
You got your 4 buddies, get in the car, get out of town.
Yeah. Cohen's just like, no. Guys, don't worry. We just need some more deodorant. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, sure. Yeah, that worked.
Nothing like more Axe body spray to save the day.
Yeah, great idea. Oh, cool. And then they're like, Cohen, are you sure you want to do this? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. And then there was this And then there was this big convincing of and Adam's like, no, if he wants to do this, we're going to do this. Why are you...
What does he have on them? What kind of blackmail does why do they feel like they need to help him?
Yeah. He's been sleeping on their couch for the last X number of months. He's
useless. A bum.
He's a bum. Yeah. Great hair, but a bum.
Sure. And also, why isn't this on the news? Why is no one else working on this except for our crew here? At least in Cloverfield, there are emergency departments that are working on this. The military is on the case.
Yeah.
what's happening in the UK over here? I guess Cloverfield takes place in the colonies. Maybe that's the difference.
That's the difference. That's New York City.
Different strokes, different folks. Yeah. 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 If you live in England, let us know. What would you do in this situation?
Hopefully it's get in a car and just leave town. But
yeah.
Hey, stupid decisions don't make
baffling.
They make a good movie. All right, so we're teamed up and everyone's like, all right, here's the plan. We're going to go steal some deodorant.
Yep. Which I think Kip works at the grocery store, right?
I don't know.
They're going to go rob.
I'm
pretty sure Kip works at the grocery store they're about to rob.
So we jump to basically a little B&E, breaking and entering of a grocery store, right?
Because I say that because when they break in, Kip goes, guys, I'm going to get fired.
That makes sense.
Kip, God damn it.
So this is supposed to be like a really intense scene. It's all dark. They get the flashlights. They're kind of creeping around trying to find the deodorant aisle, which, hey, that's fair. It's back and to the left, I think.
Yeah.
And there's some monsters hanging on the aisles.
Weird squeaky aliens all over the place.
Yeah, a lot of squeaking, a lot of screeching, little aliens going on. We get a little encounter. They spray some people. I don't know. This wasn't...
Could be rats. I don't know.
Not really. I mean, I don't know. Not a lot. I mean, I guess something happens here. And then I guess they get more deodorant, right? Do they get more deodorant?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they grab it and they're like, we need that deodorant. We got to get this before we can. They try to make it into a whole thing, but it's not sticking.
Yeah. Because it's deodorant is the winning formula. I think that's a little tough to.
Yeah. Tough to sell.
Tough to grab onto.
And then we get home again.
Back at the flat. Meanwhile,
inexplicably,
back at the flat. Yeah, just safely, soundly made it back to the flat. No problems.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead.
Talking about how we need weapons. We gotta how many cans of deodorant do we have? Like they're trying to take stock of what we got because we're trying to mount an attack somehow.
I also love we need weapons. Think Shaun of the Dead style. Love it. Love it.
So this is in our universe where Shaun of the Dead is a movie.
Yes. And it's like, sure.
It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
And then
oh god,
who's wearing the camera? This is when I first realized I was like, wait a second, we're getting a lot of shots of Cohen. We're getting a lot of shots. Is it just Kip? Is Kip the main character running around the camera strapped to him?
Yeah, Kip is the cameraman right now.
Fascinating.
So they're gearing up a bit here, and then their plan is to their plan was to go get Janine now, right? So they got the deodorant, they come back to the
defensively spray themselves, which makes no sense to me.
No, I never got that one. They did it a couple times. This doesn't
seem like that's how this works.
No. So far the science you've given us, this doesn't seem like it's gonna work. It's not like garlic keeping a vampire away. It's like no.
It seems like they're probably more afraid of more reacting to the aerosol. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. Who cares?
No, skip that. Don't even go there. So, and then we get a great moment so they're prepping. They got their weapons. Adam and Cohen and team are planning to go get Janine. We have a weird moment of them being like telling Phil she has to stay back, which.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Well, I think Adam's like trying to think about, well, I don't want my bloodline to end here. At least if one of the siblings can survive. And
yeah, they're trying to protect her or whatever, but he was just like, well, at the end of the day, he was like, fine, you're coming with us, but you better keep up, woman. Just like basically, I don't think he actually said that, but he was like, pretty much he said, you better keep up. And I was like, okay.
It was implied. Yeah.
It was there.
Don't care for it. This is also when I feel like we got for the first time. Oh, I guess it's not the first time. We've gotten it through most of the movie, but you can tell that Cohen is kind of sneaky interested in his friend's sister here. Even though they're going after Janine right now, which is his actual love interest.
Right, which this was implied when they had the awkward breakfast encounter.
Molestation, right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see her face afterwards?
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. She was definitely terrified. It was so awkward. Mm-hmm. So they're gearing up, and then we're going to
Janine's house.
Yeah, we're heading to Janine's house. It's daytime. We're geared up. We're back at Janine's house, the birthday party, the scene of the multiple crimes, peeing in the garden, dad smashing his head against the floor of glass, and girl spitting blood out of her mouth, who we have no idea how she's doing.
Right. Also, at this point, can we acknowledge it's been, 2 or 3 days since the face smashing on the glass? Her dad is still in the office. Still like he's still like smashing his head on stuff and like just being a weirdo in his office. It's like, and no one's questioned it in days.
No. And they get to the house and they get inside and they do a little tactical move. All 3 or 4 of them, I guess. Kip's got the camera and they get upstairs and they find Janine. She's a total mess. She's hiding in the corner, crying, whatever, right?
She's fucked. Yep.
Yeah.
Cohen, he's my dad. And you're like, it's not him anymore. We need to kill him.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's got to go. So they go into the room where the dad's been hanging out for a long time. It smells terrible, apparently. And then dad's in there and
which, quick aside here, if the plan is to kill him because he's been taken over by this zombie alien thing, why didn't they do that to like they brought Adam back? Right. like they just like, that's what I love the rest of this movie. Like we're gonna get to it probably, but they just start blowing away people who are taken over by the aliens.
Yes, and it's like, wait, hold on, can you actually save them or not? What's the science on this? Like, or what's the like, be consistent with your, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the first guy's face melted. We haven't seen that since then.
Nope. Adam survived.
Yeah. With no injury, seemingly, other than he had a little hole in his neck that could fit a beer can that no one will ever talk about again. and then we have to kill Janine's dad. Infected.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Like, well, now we got to kill Janine's dad. You're like, we literally just did this to Adam.
Yeah, can we just spray his face with some deodorant and hope for option A or B? Either his face melts off, cool, problem solved, or B, bug pops out, cool, problem solved. Or do we need to like axe him in the face and kill him? Mm-hmm. But anyways, so dad is there. Dad's facing the wall. Dad turns around. Dad sees his daughter. Daughter goes in for the hug, which makes absolutely no sense.
Why are they allowing this to happen?
Yeah, I think I'd be like, you know what? This isn't a good idea. If you feel that strongly to do that, I'm going to leave because you are not part of this group.
Yeah, seriously.
You were too stupid to be part of this, but go ahead, go for it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to axe both of you.
Classic Janine.
Sure enough, dad attacks.
Mm-hmm. And then they spray him with deodorant, which seemingly kills him. The first guy kind of.
Well, it kind of. Well, I think it does more what it did to Adam, maybe, because the bug pops out of him.
The bug pops out, but then Janine's dad is inexplicably dead now.
It's just toasted, right?
Yeah. Like, I guess he's not as strong as Adam.
Can't take it. The Axe body spray got to him, and the bug's on the wall, and then Phil just comes in and just dominates with her sledgehammer and crushes that bug.
Mangles it. It's awesome.
It's great. It's good.
Got to have blood all over the camera for a bit. This is when we get the first spatter on the camera. And we're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. We'll do that for a couple scenes.
Yeah, that'll work for the next 2, I guess.
Yep.
And then I think then from that point, we're
running again.
Yeah, we're just right outside, right?
Well, yeah, we're running and we're traveling and we're like, this is when like running through a field. There's a bunch of alleyways, a lot of quick cuts here.
Yeah.
And like, this is when I think this is like the climax of the movie, right? This is when Adam literally murders a guy instead of spraying it, like just kills him.
Straight up axe to the back or just like kills him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because he was attacking Phil because she was trying to cross and it was like really weird. Like, she was taking too much time.
Like, why did we bring the deodorant if we're going to just axe people in the back of the head?
Right. What's the deodorant supposed to be doing then now? So, and then, hey, guess what? We're back at the flat.
Back at the flat. Made it. And I love, this is when Janine points out, hey, not everyone's alive, Cohen. My dad's dead because we killed him.
At first, I was like, wait, because they were all in the kitchen and they're all on the floor. And I was like, wait, where's Kip? And I was like, oh, right, he's holding the camera. Poor bastard.
And this is where I was like, Drew, take a few notes on writing a script here. This is not how you write a script.
No.
The dialogue here. My dad is dead because we killed him. I mean, Janine's not doing you any favors.
No. I'd be like, Janine, you gotta go. You're out.
then there's like a weird cuddling scene. Do you remember this part?
Yeah.
Kind of gloss over it, but they're like under the stairs in a Harry Potter crevice, like cuddling with each other, which I don't understand. Cohen and Janine.
Yeah, because this just jumps to now Cohen, I think, calming the entire group. Right?
Well, before that, he's calming Janine.
Yeah. Yes. No, he definitely is. Yeah, he's definitely like cuddling with her and like calming her down, and then
she's like, "What do we do?" And he's like, we need a car or something."
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh,
what?
what's the plan?" He's like, "Oh, we need a car," and she's like, "Oh, I've got keys to my dad's car, which is parked at the like. Why is your dad's car? What the fuck? What's going on here?"
Like a minute ago, she was so upset about her dad that we hadn't acknowledged, and then like all of a sudden, she's like, "Well, I think I could get his keys, and probably we could steal his car that he has parked in the outside." Like, I don't know, but maybe we could probably do that.
I'm just saying we could do this.
And then Cohen's like, there. All right, let's go see everyone downstairs.
Yeah, and then he goes and chats with pretty much everyone individually, right? He has the Cohen Kip chat, where this is where I was like, Kip is basically Google Maps. He's like, "Hey, man, we need to go get the car over at fucking..."
It's about 50 meters that way, and then we...
It's like, aren't you from this town? It's not that big. Like, do you not know where this place is? Can you not know where, like, did you not ride bikes as a kid around here? Like, what's going on?
Like, how is Kip still alive? Like, Kip's talking about stealing Janine's dad's car. Kip is the hero that we didn't... Kip has managed to keep himself alive and running the camera for most of this whole movie.
Yes. Yeah. And then we have Cohen and Phil chat.
Yep.
Which is like, all right, so Cohen, what are you doing, man? Are you going for Phil or are you going for Janine? What do you got? What's going on here?
Both.
During the apocalypse, just do what you got to do.
Yeah. Then Janine and Cohen have another awkward cuddling scene. Where Janine's crying again, and nothing happens in this one. This scene was extra weird. I could have been left on the cutting floor of them just sitting there crying and Cohen saying, "It's okay, shh."
Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah,
Ew.
And I think in that also, like, Cohen and Adam also chat too. Like, he's basically being the leader,
Yeah, which he's doing a bad job.
Yeah, whatever. And then we get a Phil confessional, I think, at this point, right?
Right before that, we cut to people screaming in the streets. But this is when Janine is talking about how, like, Janine and Cohen and Adam, they're all like, Cohen and Adam are plotting now. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go at dawn. I'm going to go get that car from Janine's dad. Like, we're going to make it all happen. Just give me time. He goes, "I'm going to go at dawn. Just give me time." Like, wait a second. You just specified exactly when you're going to do it. This sentence doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. It's also like,
just give me some time till dawn.
Why not? just
specifically until dawn. That's where I'm going to go.
It's also like, why not make a plan as a team?
Right.
Which comes up later is like, oh, they're a team. And they're, all our friends. It's like, yeah, make a plan as a team. Be like, this is where we should go. This is what we should do. We should all go together. All right. So now we got like a Phil confessional, where this was usually held just for Cohen. He was doing the old face-to-face camera confessionals.
Right. So we got B-Tech part 2.
Yeah, for his B-Tech part 2. So Phil's doing a confessional, and she's basically now talking to the camera, leaving a video message for the rest of the boys here. That she is going to go and get the car.
Right. "I'm going to go get the car. I know you tell me not to, but I need to repay you guys for saving my life."
That makes no
dumb. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This makes no sense. We were talking
very
about
noble, very stupid.
Yeah. Nobility that gets you nowhere in a pandemic or apocalypse.
Tomato.
This is pretty annoying, actually. This really irritated me. I was so angry by this decision, this whole thing. It's like, this is stupid. This is just
it's like truly unbelievable. Where like nothing in her character so far would lead you to believe that this is something Phil would do.
100%. Yeah, there's nothing that, agreed. Yeah.
Like, she's been a coward the whole time. Like, now all of a sudden she's like, "No, you know what, guys? I owe you."
I'm going to go do this thing. No, work as a team. Work as a goddamn team. What are you doing here?
And so in reaction to this, Adam and Cohen are weirdly cuddling and crying a bunch, talking about Phil and how they're worried about where she is. And
those things happen.
This is stupid. And then we get one of my favorite worst lines of dialogue in this movie when Cohen is talking to Phil. I need you to look after the one I love. I'm going to go get the one you love. Okay. Because he's talking about how Adam needs to keep an eye on Janine while he goes to find Phil.
Okay. Yeah. Again, stupid. I think in theory that line is like, oh, this is a good line.
It's so putting it in the context of Drew Casson is 19 years old when he's writing this. Like it makes a lot of like, sure. When I was a boy, I had
when I was a child.
When I was a wee lad, I had lots of dreams of heroism and grandeur of I'll have this romantic ending where I'll save the girl and save the day. It's stupid. Like this is dumb. The line doesn't work.
No.
As a real person,
it's not fitting at all. It doesn't work. No.
And Adam is like really starting to get on my nerves even more now. Like he's crying constantly.
It's just like get your shit together here, man. Come on, we got stuff to do,
bro. You got to look after Janine apparently.
So that's that, and then we jump to. Let me make sure I get this right. So we jump to Cohen and Kip decide to go get Phil, right?
Right, but we're under attack as soon as we go outside.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're under siege here, right? This is when we meet up with Bobby Terry.
Right. Yes, Bobby Terry. Terry Bobby.
So, yeah.
And so okay.
Blasting civilians. Right. It's amazing. Like just shotgunning the crap out of everyone he sees.
Like he's been prepared for this. He's ready. He's just smoking people left and right.
Very colonial of him.
Very
like I feel like Terry's got some great quotes in this scene because
he's got some fantastic quotes.
He's talking about blasting all these civvies and he goes, yeah, you shoot him in the neck and you kill the bug and you kill the person. You're like, wait a second. Terry, I don't
let's take him.
Do we need to do the last part?
Should we talk this through, Terry?
Yeah. Should we not kill the person at the end?
By the way, Terry, you have a shotgun and you were just shooting people in the head. So I know that counts as shooting him in the neck, kind of. But
yeah. And this is when the boys share with Terry that their new knowledge about the deodorant, where they're like, "Oh yeah, Terry, spray yourself with this. The bugs hate it." No, that hasn't been proven to work this whole time.
Not one bit. So yeah, he's just blowing people away with shotguns, having a great time. They're making their way across town now. So it's Kip Cohen and Kip Cohen. Sounds like an author. Yeah. Kip Cohen and Terry.
Yeah. And Terry goes, all right, guys, let's go get Phil. Wait, since when do you give a shit about Phil? Didn't you just take pot from these kids like 3 hours ago? Or, sorry, I forgot. That was 6 days ago.
6 days ago. Right.
This movie takes place across months.
And this is also, in this whole sequence too, when they're running across town to go get the car to go get Phil, this is where we get what are these alien monster things doing? We get like a shot of alien monsters attacking a family or something and just eating them.
Yeah.
And we have no idea, what? Are they here to eat people or what's their plan?
I thought they were here to bully people.
Yeah, I thought they were here to do, I don't know. Yeah, come in and deliver their mail aggressively. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't make any sense. So this is when they get back on the move again, right?
Yes.
Terry's moving. They're doing stuff. Another one of my favorite lines from the movie Terry has, "There's too many. We can't save them all," says Terry as he proceeds to save no one.
No one.
He's like, yeah, we can't save them all, so let's not even try.
That's probably a bad idea. It's above my pay grade.
Just watching these like zombies eat people. Like, oh, okay. No, that's cool.
Right, Terry. We see where
we gotta get Phil.
And then They end up in a parking lot. They get to the was it town hall, council, city hall, whatever, because that's where the car was.
Yep. That's when we get our.
Yeah, we get the we get a lot of Phil action here, I think, right? Mm-hmm. So they find the car. Well, no, they don't find the car. The car pulls up to them, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Phil rolls out of the side of it for some reason, and Terry almost caps her. Terry's got a shotgun trained on her immediately, almost blows her away, and then Cohen's like, "Whoa, hang on, I think that's Phil."
There was definitely a moment where I was like, "How did she roll out the passenger?" Oh wait, we're in UK, right?
Yeah, we're in right.
God damn it,
other side,
the wrong side. So they find Phil. They get the car.
Cohen goes, "Wait until you see your brother's face." It's like, what kind of line is that? Like, what are you implying?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Know. So now we get cop car ride along here. So we got Terry driving. Kip.
Yeah, Terry talking about all the distress calls that he's been getting. He's like, yeah, everyone's calling 911 these, whatever the British 911 is, but yeah, everyone's calling. Everyone's like, this cop's investigating. Then the cops are just disappearing. It's kind of strange. Like, I killed my sergeant. I killed the sergeant. You're like, wait, what? and then he crashes the car. Like a doofus.
So this is weird because like this made no sense too, right? So yeah, Terry gives us a bunch of information. He kills the sergeant. He gives us a bunch of information too that we're like, oh, okay, cool. And then the car accident happens, but it's like Kip was in the back seat because we're in Kip's. He's got the camera still, right?
Right. Well, I think I don't know.
No.
I thought the camera was just like on the seat or something at this point. I don't know.
Kip's got it, and like the four of them in the car, and then like they're all like, whoa, what's that? And then like car accident, and the car just gets tossed.
Yeah.
We kind of cut to black, and we come back, and then it's
Phil wakes up.
Phil wakes up first. She's alive. She's trying to wake up Cohen. He's done. He looks
super dead.
And then the monsters come and just take her away.
Yeah, like, wait, what? Like, rest in peace, Phil, I guess.
Yeah, we're like, well, she's done. Okay, well, that's one less person to worry about.
And then it just cuts to black again. Then it's like, oh, and the next scene.
And that's that. It's like, okay. So, like a scene ago, they were chowing down on like this family on the front yard, and now it's like, no, we're gonna take her somewhere.
Actually, we take hostages.
Yeah, we take hostages now, but we don't take the ones that are half alive. Because
actual cannibal alive. Shia LaBeouf, like out here eating people.
Yeah, so that's that, and then it cuts to black, and it comes back, and then
how the fuck is Phil still alive? Not Phil, Kip still alive. Kip at this point is like, he's the main guy, right? Kip is the main character now.
Yeah. Well, he's got the camera, so he's the main guy, and now he's got the camera on Cohen there, and he's like, wake up.
Cohen, hey, Papa, hey. Cohen, Dad.
Just went like, fuck it, he's dead. I'm getting out of here. So then Cohen finally wakes up, and then they're just running. And I'm like, what made the car flip over, by the way? What made the car flip over? Do we know what made the car flip over?
No idea. Like, Terry just like crashed it into a fence because he's dumb. Like, I don't know. He's like a 16-year-old cop. That's what. He's just a boy.
Yeah, if the steering wheel was on the right side, it would have been fine. But
he killed the sergeant.
Yeah, he killed the sergeant. He's just like, you're in a field. You're in like a middle of nowhere, and your car just flipped. Whatever. Ugh.
And now they're like, this is again, it drives me nuts because how did the hairspray melt that guy's face early? Like, the results were catastrophic, and like now all of a sudden we're only like just barely mangling people with the hairspray. Like, the deodorant's like not doing enough to kill anyone at this point. Because like they're getting chased. While they're running away, they're getting chased and spraying people, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah. No, I think that just kind of got thrown out the window.
So dumb. Terry's definitely dead. Rest in peace, Terry.
Oh yeah, he's toast. He's toast. So then we got a little Kip and Cohen running around, right?
Yeah.
They're just kind of running around town.
More. Lots more of that.
Like, hey man, I got an idea here. Can you just stop yelling?
Yeah. Can you stop attracting all the zombies to us? So stupid. So they run away and they do the classic Lord of the Rings, like hide behind a log on the side of the road, right? Like the ring wraiths are after them and they're like,
I mean,
hiding behind a little log.
What's wrong with the log hiding? I mean, I
don't know.
It seems like a perfectly feasible hiding spot.
Yeah, it's romantic, but then you're like, wait a second, how are these zombie aliens just passing by them? Like they seem like they were smart a few minutes ago, and now all of a sudden, and then did you catch this? The last zombie alien thing runs past them while they're sitting in the ditch and goes like, yeah, like Howard Dean screams. Wait, why?
Oh my god,
doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes no sense.
Then they have some doubts. They're talking about Phil again. They're like, well, maybe she just didn't fight back. It was the people earlier that fought back that got murdered.
So I didn't get that either. Like, so was this, what are they trying to justify here by saying that she didn't fight back, meaning that they didn't kill her because she didn't fight back?
I think it's like justifying their search for her. I think it's like, oh, we should go after her because she's probably not dead yet.
No.
Stupid. Escape.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I ain't buying it.
Yeah, Kip being the voice of reason here, like right now we can't think about that. We have to move on.
We have to move on to the next scene. Thanks, Kip.
Yep.
And then I think they get
taking it to the streets.
So they're still just running around town, I think, right?
Yeah, they're just literally running around town. And this is when Cohen looks at the empty town, which this is another fast fact that I didn't include earlier because it was dumb. One of the ones that Drew Casson definitely added to the IMDb page where it was like, fun fact, we had to film that early in the morning so that no one was there. Oh, all right. Sick. So he stands in the middle of the street and goes, everyone's gone. Okay.
Yeah. Neighbors in the street were like, shut the fuck.
And like, didn't he get mangled in that car accident a minute ago? Why is he running around like he's totally fine?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Consequences of actions, you know, he'll figure it out. So they run around doing stuff, yelling, no one's around, everyone's gone.
This is when they start worrying about, they're like, wait a second. Didn't we tell Adam and Janine to like do stuff? I wonder where those guys were.
That's where I was like, wait, I feel like they're like, oh, wait, what about Adam and Janine? I was like, didn't you guys have a plan for this? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Did I?
No, that was actually the dialogue.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, whatever happened? Yep.
So they head back to the flat.
Back to the flat.
Back to the flat. Sounds like a sitcom. It should be, right? Back to the flat.
Yeah. This movie had, I don't know, like more scene changes than some of the movies we've watched. Like it's no force of nature where there's two scenes.
Holy shit. We're like, yeah, the scene lasts for like 2 seconds. And it's like, what?
Yeah, but we're back in the flat way more often than we should be.
Way more than often. So we get back there. Place is tossed. It's fucking chaos.
There's blood everywhere.
Blood on the handrail.
I'm like, you know what? Let's all sit on the floor.
Yeah, and then they find a phone. They find Adam's phone.
Yep.
Which happens to have some video footage that Adam took.
Right. And he's like, they found us in the flat. I love you, Phil. And then that's when Janine goes, I love you, Cohen. I'm sorry I wasted so much of our time.
Oh, my God.
Wait a second. Don't make Janine apologize for that. Janine sucks, but
she shouldn't be apologizing for Cohen's actions. No way. No, he sucks. Absolutely. He sucks. No. So they find the video, they watch it, whatever, and you're like, oh, we have to go get them. And then we get like a Kip and Cohen pep talk moment, which took so long.
As much as I'm hopped up on Kip the rest of the time, there cannot be a worse actor than Kip. He is not good at his job.
No, he's good at holding the camera, though. I think that's why he was hired.
I think that's what it is. But
sorry, that was mean. That was mean to Kip, but no, it's true though.
Yeah, shout out to what's his name? Tom Scarlett, something like that. He had a cool movie name.
Yeah, Tom Scarlett. Tom Scarlett, give us a call.
Yeah, Tom Scarlett. If you want to be on the podcast, give us a call. I'll give you Russ's phone number.
Tom Scarlett's a different actor, but yeah.
Tom Skirt.
Yeah, if we're looking for Viper, yeah, that's who we need. Yeah, no, Kip just held the camera really well. That's all.
Delivering lines like, Adam said that this unit is all that matters. What? Are you talking about our friends here?
Yeah.
Are we a unit?
When did he say that? Did he say that?
Actually, my dick. Yes, he did say that.
Oh, he did.
Mm-hmm. This is where, again, I watched this and I wrote way too many notes because I was like, I'm going to forget everything that happened in this movie. This movie is so forgettable. I need to write down every second because I need to remember. This
is why it took like 4 hours to watch, because I was like, pause. Let me write this down. Play, pause. Fuck, I got to write that down. Jesus.
This is when Cohen's like, I need you, man. They need us. Everyone needs. We all have needs.
Next morning, we're gearing up. Kip Cohen.
Cohen's washing dishes or like packing deodorant up or something.
No, I think he's packing all the deodorant. He's packing all the deodorant in like a trash bag, which, by the way, does no one have a backpack in this entire apartment? Backpacks. Throw it all in the backpack. Jesus Christ. So
an axe.
So they're in an axe. Yeah. I also love that Cohen's got the big axe and Kip's got the hammer.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Nice. Yeah, you know.
And the GoPro on his chest. Which, like, who's filming this scene? Like, this is when the scene when Kip and Cohen leave the house. They walk out the front door.
Wait, that's
but
right.
There's someone left behind. There's a camera left behind in the front door.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe he put the camera down on the counter.
So he's filming a movie while this is happening.
Yes.
Okay.
So he put the camera down on the counter. I'm justifying it. They put a camera down on the counter and it shot him getting, prepped and Kip going to the door with his hammer, carrying the trash bag.
Wow. They walked out, shut the door, and then came back for the camera. Is that what you're saying happened? Then they edited the footage. Is that what you're saying happened, Russ?
Just saying.
It's fucking stupid. Like, they shut the door. They shut the door on the camera.
That's right. Well, no, it's supposed to switch over to the GoPro at that point, isn't it? Does it switch over to the GoPro?
Yeah, it does switch over to the GoPro at that point after they shut the door. You're like, oh, okay, we saw the door. Yeah, somebody edited this together. Okay.
Yeah, they spliced it together.
Yeah. Pay attention to the in-universe logic.
All right. So okay. Go ahead.
I was just saying, so after we get outside finally, we have no idea who's compiling this film later on. Somebody's editing this. I know it's Drew Casson. Putting everything together here. And we get to Kip's chest cam and we see, sorry, not Kip's chest cam, Cohen's chest cam. Kip doesn't have a camera at this point.
Does not. No longer. He's done.
And we see Kip trying to be the hero here, picking up a screaming child from a van. They like run up on this van, parked on the side of the road randomly, with another child holding a screaming child.
Yes, it's like a 5 or 6 year old maybe holding a screaming baby.
Yeah, something like that. And Kip just like grabs the kids and goes, "We're gonna go get help at the facility." What?
There's another one who's like, all right, man, why don't you take, and Cohen was like, all right, man, why don't you take the 2 kids and just go? Like, go where? Where are you getting help? Do you know where help is? Like, where are you headed? So there's Kip like holding the screaming baby and then holding a hand to this like 5-year-old girl. And it's like,
this does not look good for our heroes.
Good luck, Kip. I was like, well, Kip and kids are fucked.
Like, oh, they're dead now.
Yep, they're dead. Nice job there, Cohen.
And Cohen literally just says, good luck.
Yep.
And then it's like cutscene.
See ya.
On to the next one. Yeah. And like, this is where I appreciate it. Was almost reminded me of like the Doom like first person, like the Rock Doom. I'm thinking, well, like runs around at the end with like the gun.
Haven't seen it, but I've got an idea. Go ahead.
Oh man, yeah, we should do that for the podcast. I hate that movie.
Yeah, good. It looks terrible.
And Cohen's just like running around with an axe now. Like, okay, I guess this is going to be the rest of the movie.
Well, yeah, right, because he's got the body cam, he's got the GoPro on his chest, so it's like, yeah, all of a sudden now it turns into like a first person like video game.
POV, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And we're still looking for Phil. We're still looking for Adam and Janine somewhere.
Yeah. And he heads for the factory, right?
Yeah, and we get in. I thought, yeah, warehouse, factories, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Town hall.
The factory where the lightning struck the first time, right?
Right, exactly. And I was like, wait a second, are the zombie aliens keeping prisoners in a cage?
Right. So he gets the factory and he's sneaking in, and we get a view of one zombie monster alien thing taking a human out of a cage and locking it up. And I was like, wow, they're actually much smarter than I thought. Maybe there's different levels of intelligence within them.
Maybe. It seems unlikely.
Yeah, I think I'm helping him out here. I'm trying to give a little more weight to this, but
like I want that to be a movie. Like now I'm like, oh, wait a second. Now, like we talked about the Animorphs earlier. I loved the crap out of that series. I wanted to move like it. So they had an Animorphs TV show briefly on Nickelodeon, and it was okay, but like they never really got into the meat of things. I want this to be the movie. I want there to be like, oh, there's smart aliens that are trying to infiltrate our society, take over people. They've got a holding pen of uninfected people. They're slowly indoctrinating them into the club here.
Yeah,
like this could have been good. It could have been really good.
Yeah. And then so he sneaks in there, gets to the cage of people, and he's asking around so he gets to the cage of people. These are all humans, by the way, who are not infected. And there's like,
it's probably 30 people.
I was gonna say there's like at least 15 to 20 people in this cage. And he's just asking for if Phil or Adam are in there.
Have you guys seen Phil?
And he doesn't.
Daniel Radcliffe voice.
He doesn't save these people.
He doesn't do a damn thing. He could have just like opened the door.
I think he says like, "Oh, I'll come back for you." And I was like, "What?
I'll come back for you.
Just open the door."
Yeah, that was so infuriating.
Something like, Jesus.
Yeah, so then somehow he can follow this zombie alien, like without the alien noticing.
Yeah, and
sure.
Was there any indication that heading down to the factory basement was the way to go to find Phil and Adam? Like,
no, other than that's where the creature was going.
Well, because he dragged a body there. So, okay, maybe he thought like, oh, maybe the body. Okay, all right, well, I'll buy that.
That's the most logical thing in this movie so far.
And then he gets down to the basement, and you get like a little flashlight thing going on there, which he never had a flashlight to begin with. I don't think. It doesn't matter.
Nope. Smells weird.
Smells weird, and he gets down there, and all of a sudden he starts finding bodies that are, or no, he doesn't find bodies yet, but he finds like a spider web. Yeah. Right?
This is where we get like, there's a lot of camera glitches starting up now. We're getting like bug screeching noises, a lot of like.
They sound a lot like, did you play the game Last of Us, by the way? You played the first one?
No.
Okay. Well, all of these creatures sound exactly like the zombies from Last of Us. So
I thought you were going to say they all sounded like Howard Dean. Yeah.
Well, yes, I know all of that. And I love that we wrote the same thing here. So he comes across. So he's trekking through the basement here. You get the screams, the bug screech, and all this sort of shit. It's tension's building. Oh, well, it's supposed to be. And then he gets to like a passageway that is covered in like spider web. He's like, "What is this?"
Yep.
Definitely spider web from the dollar store, which you and I literally both wrote.
Well, and I wrote because they are, because so like you didn't read the same interviews that I read. They actually like went to the Halloween store, got spider web. Like he talks about, Drew Casson talks about doing this in interviews. Like, oh yeah, like the spider webs at the end. We just like went to the Halloween store and picked up a bunch of leftover stuff.
Yeah, no shit, man.
So, yeah. Confirmed. Even though we knew beforehand, We knew.
We knew. We're that good. That's all it is. And then all of a sudden he comes across a bunch of bodies that are just wrapped in the spider web. Which
Crawling through the webs.
Now I'm like, so are these spider aliens? Like what is this?
That was a little bit confusing for me. Like we hadn't seen any webs until just now.
Yeah, like what is, so they're like cocoons. And it's like, well, okay.
So far they've been like cocooning inside of people. As far as I know.
Right. And a lot of things playing here. So
for some reason we're still looking for Phil. We're saying, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
A lot. And then he just gets blindsided by a zombie, right?
Yeah.
Zombie monster.
Hilarious.
And just gets attacked and then it's just like dragging by his feet. And it's like, I don't know.
Camera's glitching a bunch at this point. I think we're in the death throes of the movie. Like, you know, when you kill a spider and it like flips over on its back and kind of tweaks its legs. Like we're at that point of the movie. It was just kind of like, I can make it. Nope.
Can we do this? So he gets dragged into an elevator because these zombie monsters know how to control whatever. We're learning new things. We're learning new things about them.
Yeah, sure. But why isn't he doing anything? Like, why isn't he trying to fight back?
Yeah, so he drags him in, and like, there's this one shot of like the zombie thing. Just his back is to Cohen. I'm like, yeah, just seems like a good time to attack or do something.
And my first thought was, if this movie was smart, they'd say, well, he's unconscious. It's just the camera after he's whatever. Like, but that's not the case. Like we can hear him like grunting and being like, oh,
yeah, making all these noises. And then, and then I don't know what happens here. I don't know if there was something in here I missed, but like all of a sudden it jumps. So he's in this elevator with the alien monster who dragged him in there, right?
Right. Yep. Alien monster then drags him out.
Then what happens? Like, did I black out here? Because like, what the hell happened? Because like all of a sudden it just jumps to him now being in control and him like going and finding Adam.
Yeah. So the alien takes him out, drags him out of the elevator into like a little basement area, and then leaves inexplicably. Yep.
Okay.
And that's when he like wakes up or becomes functional again. It's like, oh wait, that's Adam. And like goes over, he's like, oh, my friend, and like starts just like everyone looks dead. Everyone that's wrapped up in the webs seems kind of dead,
which makes sense.
And he crawls over, rips open the webs, and Adam's like, I'm alive.
Think of the number of lives that he could have saved and had help him if he just like when he first came through and just started pulling fucking web off people's faces.
So stupid. Yeah, it's infuriating.
Why wouldn't you go to one person and pull the web off? I mean, now.
And Janine's right next to you. Perfect. Great. I'm glad this all worked out for all of us.
That works out. And then he saves Janine, and she's quick to drop the bomb immediately. I love you.
Yeah. I knew you'd find me. I love you.
Are you sure you like
whoa
a day? Yeah, like let's go easy here. Are we sure about this? Like we're not even Facebook messaging, like Jesus.
This next part, maybe you can help me understand.
Okay.
This is the real alien, right? This is the first time we see the real alien.
Yeah.
Like not the stupid little bugs,
but yeah.
We see it kind of like glowing with a little bit of face glow.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like switches to like the girl, and there's screaming and there's violence and there's people dying.
So what happened for me was, so he saved Adam, he saved Janine, and then it's still dark, flashlights kind of barely, and then this woman just comes up to the camera, and it's just like
screams,
and then she just gets pulled straight back, right?
And you're like you get all the bones crunching.
Yeah. And then we get the view of the big baddie, what I assume is the main,
like the queen alien or whatever.
The queen alien, right? That's my first thought. I was like, well, if you kill the queen alien, I think all the hosts will go away.
Right?
That's how it works.
But I don't hate the way they shot that. I feel like this scene was kind of good.
I actually didn't mind it either. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like it's pretty partial. Like you see his face kind of half and half, and it's like, it's kind of lame because like the face looks like an alien from, I don't know, looks It looks very generic.
Yeah, like a regular gray.
But it was pretty cool.
In the biz.
But it was pretty cool to the way he chose to do it. But then he starts speaking, and according to subtitles, he's speaking in a foreign language. According to the subtitles, and then that was it. And he just like spouted off something, and it's like he did nothing else to them,
right?
And then
machine guns,
and then boom, flashbang, and pretty sure like a bunch of amateur Call of Duty players just showed up.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what's happening right now? Unexpected compared to everyone so far in this whole movie has been seemingly pretending the apocalypse isn't happening, right?
Yes.
Like up until now, this doesn't seem to be a wider issue. Like there's very few people in town that care about it. Everyone's having parties still, doing whatever they wanted to do.
Birthday
and then
parties,
out of nowhere, they're like, oh shit, the British military is actually going to try and take a stand here.
Or whatever it is. A bunch of guys but
unclear, I guess. Yeah, it could be anyone.
So then it turns into like a straight up action movie all of a sudden, right?
Yeah, we still get it's pure POV. It's chest cam from Cohen, right? The whole rest of the movie.
Yes.
At least for a bit.
Yeah.
Of like the military guys leading us out. Officer Cusack, we got an emergency medevac situation. And like they're just like mowing people down, just like Bobby Terry was earlier.
Mowing them down. Like it's no big deal. Definitely
murdering all these people.
Total video game vibe going on here. And I would also like to point out like the Cusack, I'm pretty sure is like a video game character from Call of Duty. And like I think that even the voice was like, it seemed very similar to it. But yeah, like all of a sudden it's just like full on just action kind of.
We got to get the friendlies out of here.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
I was like, these guys don't look totally like military. They look like some backwoods militia, but hey, they're doing their thing.
Right.
And then, so Cusack, who was the leader of this military team that came in, by the way, they also called out Cohen's name. They called him out by name.
Right. They did. Suspicious.
Guess we'll have to watch the sequel to figure out that.
Bad writing.
Or bad writing. I'm going to go with bad writing.
Suspicious or did not think it through.
Didn't think it through. And like, you know what? Maybe they get more money somehow at this later stage for a second movie. And they're like, well, let's just change all this. So then they're plowing their way through. Seems pretty organized. And they get outside. They're up above, top level here. And
Kip comes back.
What's that?
Kip comes back now.
Yeah, like where was he?
Reunited. How the fuck is Kip still alive? He was trying to take care of those kids earlier.
Yeah, I guess maybe he found these guys and they're like, we got this shit. And so the thing with Cusack, who's like badass from like the beginning, comes down, saves them. They head up. Which, by the way, I think he shot and killed the big baddie in the basement. Right?
I wasn't sure if that happened or not. It seemed unclear.
Seemed like they hosed him. So they get upstairs and like they got the masks on, and then Cusack takes off the mask because his team is kind of getting killed here and there, and all of a sudden, the guy who had his shit together no longer has his shit together, and he's just like
panicking.
I'm like, what the hell just changed from like a minute ago, dude? Like you were the
Who
badass.
are these people?
Like what? You were just the badass. This all just changed.
And then everyone looks up. This is when we get our Cloverfield moment, right?
Yeah.
Everyone just being like,
Spaceship.
The end.
And yeah,
almost,
no, not quite, but I mean that was it. And then it's like it cuts to black, and then we're like, then we come back, and then
they came. We don't know how many exactly. Europe's gone dark. Thousands of parasites have been released.
Like, what the fuck?
Those of us who remain free must fight. This is Cohen Roswell signing out.
Did you write the entire thing down? He had it. He was cool. It was a cool speech, bro. But I
did. I wrote half of it.
He got into it. So he had a speech. He's on top of a rooftop giving that speech that Jared just gave better than he did. And then he's like, and I also love it as he's giving a speech, by the way. I don't kind of weirdly planned, but that seagull right in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, you're on the coast, clearly. Like,
yeah.
There was some seagull that was definitely not playing in the middle of this fucking big speech he had, and I was like, seagull for the win. Nailed it.
Yeah. Then I love Kip going and be like, should we show them?
It was Adam. It was Adam.
Oh, was Kip. It Adam? Wait, Adam was still. Oh, I forgot Adam's still alive.
Yeah, Adam's still alive. You saved him.
Should we show him?
And then they pan over to the rest of
Hungerford.
I guess. I don't know. Like, how close is
Hungerford's on fire, I guess.
It's all on fire. And then we get
Phil, if you're out there, then we'll find you. Great setup for a sequel.
And that's the end of Hungerford.
I think it's the longest an hour and 19 minutes I've ever had in my entire life.
Our longest movie we watched was 2 hours and 30 minutes, I think, which was the first movie we did, which was American Crime. That was long. That was over 2 hours.
Yeah. Last Days of American Crime was so good.
And this was, no doubt, the shortest at an hour and 19 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This felt longer than that.
Way longer. And I think it's maybe because of how many times they went to sleep. Like, oh, well, it's the next day now. You're like, wait a second. Why is this movie taking place over 2 weeks?
Like at the worst time.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm glad we just dumped that guy in the dumpster. Let's have a nap.
Let's go take a nap in our flat.
Yeah. Let me put some milk in my tea or something weird.
So that's it. That's the end of Hungerford. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we did. I think we enjoyed it. No, we enjoyed we enjoyed what we did, but not watching it.
Yeah, right.
All right. We're shutting this down. We're shutting it down. Thanks for listening. You can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. We're also ITMT Pod on Twitter, and definitely follow us on all the various podcast streaming services we're on.
If you can, listen to us once on Spotify, once on Apple Podcasts, once on Google Podcasts. The more listens, the better. If you want to, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, because that helps a lot.
Just do what feels right.
Yeah, do what feels right, as long as it's a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Roast us in the comments if you want.
More comments, more reviews equals more English accents.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Right. Yeah. My cocaine.
It's my cocaine.
Yeah. So in the meantime, otherwise, you can send us an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Especially you, Meat Lover 29. I am looking forward to your follow-up and whether or not you got that job.
So hope you get that job.
Or you can also listen to the rest of the episodes, if you dare, at itsthismeetsthat.com.